You ready? Green, green, green.
These drivers put on a great show on every type of track. Driving these cars, banging off of each other.
Now, he gets sideways. He's off the racetrack.
There he goes, trying to make the pass. If you're a driver trying to get in, you get little opportunities like that. Watch how hard these guys are going to drive.
Checkered flag in the air.
Checkered flag there, champion.
Good evening. Welcome to Watkins Glen, New York. Watkins Glen International. It is time for the K&N East Series. Bully Hill Vineyards 125. 16 races on the schedule. This is the 13th. Our first on a road course with Phil Parsons. I'm Adam Alexander. We'll hear from Caitlin Vincey trackside later on. Our weather this evening, perfect. Looks good all weekend here at Watkins Glen. Right now, 83 degrees, partly cloudy skies. And as you can see, a slight breeze. So 12 races into the campaign, Ben Rhodes continues to dominate. A 72-point advantage over second place, Cameron Haley in the standings. Now let's get a report from Caitlin Vincey, trackside.
Thanks, Adam. Well, this is the first time since 2009 that the NASCAR K&N Pro Series East is racing here at Watkins Glen. In fact, all of the series regulars have never even raced here before, so it's going to be a big learning curve for a lot of those guys. Now, one driver to keep your eye on is Sergio Pena. The Winchester native actually started racing go-karts when he was just 7 years old on road courses, strictly road courses. So he has actually more experience racing on road courses than he does on the ovals. And he said earlier this week that he has always wanted to race here at the Glen. Adam?
Thank you, Caitlin. Pena winner earlier this season at Columbus. Watkins Glen, a 2.45-mile road course. High speeds, Phil. Give us a tour of what we'll see here today.
Adam, let's start out at turn number 1. That's the slowest corner on the racetrack, about 75 miles an hour. These are the S's, 2, 3, and 4, probably 150 miles an hour, up to almost 170 as they go into the inner loop. A series of 4 corners. Then the carousel, turn 5. Second gear through there, third off of the turn 5 down to the left-hander. 170 miles an hour as they get into turn 6. The final quarter, turn 7, leads you onto the front straightaway.
On the pole today, Brody Kostecki. Second time he's led him to the green this season. He also was out front at Iowa. Let's hear from him. Back to Caitlin.
Thanks, Adam. I'm joined by the pole sitter, Brody Kostecki, who is at the top of the leaderboard after that second practice. Brody, how is your race car?
Yeah, it was very good in the second practice. We worked on race runs and got the car's balance very good. So I'm excited to get going here real soon, and we'll see what will happen with tire wear and find out, which is going to be the best strategy.
Brody Kostecki earning his second pole so far this season. Adam?
We all know how big track position is when it comes to road course racing. Huge opportunity for Brody Kostecki today. As Caitlin mentioned, his second pole of the season. Austin Hill joins him in the front row. We give you the full starting grid. Get the green flag when we return to Watkins Glen. Cars are rolling here at Watkins Glen, and as we close on the green flag this afternoon, we go back down trackside one more time and hear from Caitlin Vincey as we are now half a lap away from getting this race started, our 13th of the campaign here in 2014.
Thanks, Adam. Well, there is one NASCAR Sprint Cup Series regular entered in today's race, and that would be Austin Dillon racing in the 37 Chevrolet. Normally, we see him in the Cup Series in the 3-car for Richard Childress Racing. Now, with the chase cutoff in the Cup Series only a few short races away, Austin Dillon wanted to get as much seat time as possible here at the Glen, which is why he's entered in today's K&N event. Adam?
And Caitlin, this is a strategy that he also employed earlier this season out at Watkins, or out at Sonoma, rather. He's going to start 18th today. Here's the rest of the starting grid, Phil.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Austin Hill on the outside of the front row. Cameron Haley will start in the third spot. Great job for that young man from Canada.
Sergio Pena, we talked about him earlier, starting in the 15th position. Brennan Newberry alongside him, and Ryan Gifford rolls in the 17th spot, sitting alongside Cup superstar Austin Dillon.
Yeah, Ryan Reed will also try to get a start here. He's doing double duty as well. We'll run the nationwide race later on tomorrow.
And our championship leader, Ben Rhodes, rolls off 7th today. A big race for him, back-to-back big races, 2 straight on a road course as he tries to protect that big championship lead. He brings into round 13. A late Friday afternoon in Watkins Glen, New York for the K&N East Series. Green flag is out and we are underway. Road course racing for these guys.
Great start by Brody Kostecki. Jumps out there in the lead as they get down to turn 1. A little bit loose there. Got on the brakes a little bit hard. Back in, wiggled a little bit.
And as he goes down into the corner, he swings way wide. Kostecki back out in front of the pack as we go up through the S's for the first time, Phil.
Barely out in front of the pack. Goes across the bridge here. Grabs 4th gear. The only time on the racetrack that they will use 4th gear. Speeds upwards of 165 miles an hour as they get down to the inner loop here and get hard on the brakes down to second gear.
Yeah, this is the bus stop, the inner loop. Kostecki with Austin Hill right behind him. Cameron Haley falls in third, and some dirt kicks up there as Kostecki gets off track, and that opened the door for Austin Hill. First time through the carousel.
Yeah, Kostecki all over the racetrack there through the inner loop. Austin Hill gave him a break and let him back in line.
So much of road course racing is about finding your rhythm, and I'm assuming it's going to take a few laps for these guys to be able to do that.
It will, and you know the air pressures are down too. These guys have to run about 25, 26 laps to get to the halfway break. As you see Austin Hill take a look down to the inside. First road course start ever for Austin Hill, and he put it on the front row.
Well, and he understands one of the best times to pass is on a restart. Start of the race, you want to go get what you can. Austin Hill doing that here across the start-finish line. Lap 1 complete, back down into turn 1.
Kostecki drove it hard down to turn number 1, but unable to do it this time. He's going to lose at least one spot. Looks like maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, Cameron Haley drives by him. That's Kaz Gralla back there in the 31, that bright yellow car trying to make up some ground. New leader, Austin Hill, back through the S's for the second time. And Hill not the only driver on the move early. Andrew Ranger making up some ground, Caitlin.
Thanks, Adam. One driver who is already on the move is Andrew Ranger in that 53 car. He's already picked up 4 positions in just 2 laps. And you might not recognize his name because he's actually a Quebec, Canada native who primarily runs full-time in the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series. In fact, he has 13 road course victories in that series, and he'll be looking for another one here today, Adam.
Not only 13 road course victories when it comes to the Canadian Tire Series, so good when it comes to ARCA racing on road courses, and he's been successful here in the K&N Series as well.
He certainly has, Adam. He won a race at Lime Rock a few years ago. He's won in the West Series a couple times. 4 wins in ARCA on the road course. If there's such thing as a road course ringer in this race, it's Andrew Ranger.
8th to 4th. Caitlin talked about it. One of the big movers early in this event. Race leader is Austin Hill. Started on the front row with Brody Kostecki. Kostecki has dropped back to 3rd. Cameron Haley has worked his way into the 2nd position. And the 20 car getting aggressive there as we came down into turn 1. Greg Goulding trying to make a move.
He's going to get to the inside of Kaz Gralla right there in the 31 Osling car. He's going to make that move as they go up through the S's. Now Kaz is going to fight back on the inside.
This is a challenging part of the racetrack because you do carry some speed, and now we've got one off the pace.
That's John Hunter Nemechek in the 8 car. John Hunter actually blew an engine in practice, borrowed an engine to qualify, and unfortunately looks like he has some sort of an issue, and it may be terminal for him. He's already a lap down here.
Tough break for John Hunter Nemechek in the 8 car. As you look at Daniel Suarez, won the first 2 races of the year, driving that 6 machine right behind Kaz Gralla. And then falling in line behind him, you see Brandon Jones deep in the field.
You see that yellow stripe on that Chevrolet? That's Scott Heckert, right now currently in the 8th spot, doing a nice job this year for Turner Scott Motorsports. I was talking to Mike Griechi, team manager for Turner Scott, and said they had a test at VIR a few days ago and said Scott Heckert was extremely fast there, and he really expects him to do well today.
Pays dividends not only for Watkins Glen, but these cars will be at VIR next weekend.
How about back-to-back road courses here in the K&N East Series?
And it's good that they pair these 2 races together. Gives these drivers an opportunity to get their rhythm and find their way when it comes to road course racing, something so many of them not accustomed to doing on a week-in, week-out basis.
Yeah, we talked about Austin Hill. This is his first ever road course start in a stock car, but a lot of experience in legend cars on the road course, so that's helping him here.
Talk about 2 young superstars battling for a position inside the top 10. Ben Rhodes, who's had a great year, and right behind him, Cole Custer, who's been impressive not only in K&N competition, but also when he's gone over and run in the Camping World Truck Series.
He certainly has. He had a pole position earlier this year, a couple top 10 finishes, doing a real nice job in the Camping World Truck Series, and we'll see him some more this year in the Truck Series. Looking forward to it.
A look once again at Austin Hill, working lap 4 of 51 here at Watkins Glen. He's got the top spot over Cameron Haley. Haley, another Canadian who comes in 2nd in the championship, and another car off the pace. This once again John Hunter Nemechek, who we talked about earlier. He's finally going to limp back around and come to the pit lane, and it looks like his day will be done.
Yeah, you see all the tires up on that car, so undoubtedly something happening under the hood. You see Andrew Ranger peek out, maybe thought about taking a look at Brody Kostecki, or thought better of it, pulled back in line.
Top 4 have kind of pulled away. Austin Hill has put some distance on Cameron Haley, who is in 2nd. Pretty good battle going on for third. You talked about it. Ranger going after Kostecki. Good to see Brody settle down. He won the pole, went wide each time we went into turn one on the first 2 laps, but he has calmed down now, running inside the top 5. And there's Kaz Grala as we get one car going off the track up through the S's.
Yeah, a lot of dirt on the racetrack right now. Not sure exactly what happened. That's Kostecki with a left front tire down.
He drives straight through the bus stop, and this will likely bring out the caution. Brody Kostecki started on the pole, lost the lead as we completed lap 1, and more troubles for the 43 car coming here at lap 5.
You know, we saw Brody Kostecki cross over the rumble strips in turn 1 just about every single lap, and you wonder if maybe he damaged that left front tire, but tough break for our pole sitter.
10th start of the year. Mentioned the fact that he won his 2nd pole position earlier this weekend. Also got the pole in 2014 at Iowa. And now the caution flag has come out for Brody Kostecki. Austin Hill out front. And for the first time today, we see the yellow here at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, full course yellow. They could have had a local yellow there if he would have been able to get that car refired and moving. But you see all the damage from that left front tire there. I don't think he got into the wall. Let's see here. You see him. The tire went down. That's what put him off the racetrack, and the damage is just from the dirt off the edge of the pavement.
Well, and you also saw the grass that had built up on his grill. And anytime you go off track at Watkins Glen and you get debris on the grill, it becomes an enormous amount of concern for the team because you know the car could overheat. So our first caution of the day, Austin Hill, the leader, and our pole sitter, Brody Kostecki, making his way to the garage. Just about set for the restart in the Bully Hill Vineyards 125 here at Watkins Glen International. First caution of the day for our pole sitter Brody Kostecki. His car back to the garage. Cleanup is complete. Austin Hill, the race leader. Cameron Haley on the front row with him as we are green once again here at Watkins Glen.
Watch them fan out, Adam, as they go down. You see Austin Hill moves down the block. Andrew Ranger. Austin able holding that lead, but Ranger now has 2nd.
Ranger is so good when it comes to road course racing. Ben Rhodes, our championship leader, around as we go into turn 1. He was inside the top 10.
Did a 360, kept on going, no caution flag. Nice job by Ben Rhodes, and a nice job by the other competitors to avoid him.
But look where he falls in line, 22nd in the running order. And you know, when you go road course racing, you are in danger of losing a ton of points because the smallest of errors can create a big-time separation in the championship chase.
It certainly can, but the fortunate thing for Ben Rhodes is it happened so early here, so it's going to give him a lot of time to overcome that spin.
Look at it one more time on the restart coming down into turn 1.
You see they're 4 or 5 wide down here. You see the car inside the 00 of Cole Custer, that red and white car. I believe that might have been Ryan Reed in the 99 car. He made it 4 wide, and they just ran out of room.
Yeah, Nick Drake, another one that overshot the corner trying to avoid the accident, but he did not have any contact with Ben Rhodes, able to drive on, no caution. We stay under green as we come off turn 7 here to complete lap 8.
Things a little more calm now as we see Andrew Ranger peek to the inside once again.
Yeah, he was trying to change that theory a little bit into turn 1.
Austin Hill hard down in turn number 1, able to hold on to that lead. See that yellow car? That's Kaz Grala, the 31 car. He's doing a nice job here. His dad Darius is a road racer, so it runs in the family.
And this team has been on a roll. Qualified in the top 10 today. He started 6th. 3 consecutive, make that 4 consecutive top 10 finishes entering today's race. So they know what success is all about and appears quite comfortable on the road course here at Watkins Glen.
He's another driver with a lot of legend car experience on the road course at Charlotte Motor Speedway and other places.
Mentioned Cameron Haley a lot early in the race, was running 2nd. He's now dropped back to the 4th position. Gray Galding now makes up that final spot inside the top 5. Austin Hill, the leader. And this is a high-speed portion of the racetrack, connecting the carousel and the left-hander at turn 6.
Yeah, probably 160 miles an hour on that straightaway. Down to 3rd gear. Some guys go all the way to 2nd gear, but they're going to get down to 2nd gear for turn 7 right here, the last corner. Then back up to 3rd gear here, right about the start-finish line.
Those top 5.